Hello, hello. Are we live? Am I live? What can I do with this? I'm new to this vertical thing, so bear with me. There's Amy. Hi, Amy. Can you guys hear me? Hey, Cheryl. This is a good way to chat. Hey, gotcha. Hey, Kitty. Hello, Sarah Highland. I've never done this like straight vertical since YouTube rolled it out. Yay. Okay, is my sound all right? Hi, Buckner. Hey, Berlin. Hey, Paul. I am vertical. Yeah, I'm on my phone. I never go live from my phone. Hey, Jojo. Hey, Bo Bear. Ooh, did you guys hear that firework? Hey, Penny. Tiana's here. Yeah, I should have like a picture there. I don't have the camera on. You don't want to see me right now. Hey, Olivia. It doesn't sound as good as usual. Yeah, I'm sure it doesn't. What's up, Goosey? What's up, Asphalt? Hey, Megsy, Crystal. I figured I'd give this a little whirl. Hey, Auntie Cheryl. I hope you're hanging in there. Ruth Ann. Hey, Burns. Fairly new subscriber and ex-hidden gem. Love your channel. Thank you. I'm doing good. I've just been chilling today. I did some cleaning. Slowly but surely. I just been really lazy. Hey, Newfie. Good to see you, Newf. Hey, Mullins. The real angel girl. What's up? You know who has horrible audio? Megan. Hey, Maria. Yeah, I was going to go live tonight, and then time got away from me, and now it's 8 o'clock already, so I'll wait until the morning. You have a pic on your... It's YouTube that does it. I didn't put the pic there. Hey, Bun Digger. Hello, Mallory. Crack-a-jacks. Come on in and close your legs. Sister! Yeah, it wasn't a big plan. I just thought I'll pop on here, and this is always a good way to just chit-chat and, like, get to talk to you guys more than when I'm full out streaming because there's a lot going on. Liz Dumbarell. Flannel, what's up? Your legs are always open, Kitty. How many kids do you have, Kitty? A lot. Kathy, what's happening? Dreams. Dreams has got her legs open. Will you do another call-in show? Yes, I am planning on it very soon. Hey, Sarah Lee. Getting my shit together. So what'd you guys do today? What'd you guys watch today? Did you guys watch the expose of Lauren trolling Nate Eaton? You're an old bitch. Yeah, so that was the latest. I'm gonna go over those, I think, because that's pretty damning. That's pretty wild. That she would make anonymous accounts. The call-in show was so fun, and so was the New Year's Eve. It really was. On Excited Utterance. She clipped it down and put out a video today. Oh, I saw that, Toe Beans. You know, I have a different thought on the whole thing with Dolly. I think, well, I don't think he should have been streaming right there, number one, okay? I just don't think it's cool to live stream a search for a kid because you don't know what's going to happen. But number two, I don't think he did anything wrong. I mean, except for being there. Like, I just don't think anybody should be doing that. But he did say, like, you know, he's not wearing the same outfit or whatever. And that kid did look just like Jonathan. But I don't think he should have even been there. I watched the Lauren Nate stuff and also some coverage on the horrible, oh gosh, the New Year's Eve bar fire in Switzerland. I haven't watched anything on that yet. I'm almost afraid to. You guys remember the station fire? Well, right, he said, "Did you find him?" And they said no, and he should have just been like, "Okay, no, they didn't find him." I agree with that. That's why he shouldn't even have been there. Like, he shouldn't even have been in the vicinity to be able to ask, "Did you find him?" That's all. I mean, all the news people were back at the church. That's probably where he should have been. Just me mostly. I think if you go into your watch later, like if you leave this stream, or not watch later, leave this stream, go to your history, click on this stream, and it should be normal. That's what I've heard anyways. I'm hooked on watching Ryan. It's so interesting. Lazy Deb, I saw you over there. I know, I've kind of been watching that a lot too. I'm kind of invested. I didn't know what it would be like. So my son Ryan, I can't chat on here, but like is Kel's here or I don't know about the belt. I missed the belt part. Thank you, Belinda. If you guys could vote for him. He's got this guy named Florida Boy that is getting tons of votes. What Lauren tried to do to Nate Eaton was diabolical. How could anyone trust her as a colleague? She calls everyone her competitor, and it's so gross. Well, that's why I think all of this needs to come out, right? Because people need to know who they're working with. I mean, to do that to Nate Eaton is just bizarre to me. Why she saw Nate Eaton as a competitor is bizarre to me. What did Lauren do to Nate? There's Kel's. Thank you. I wonder if I can pin it. I can. There, I pinned it. Vote for Ryan Hines. We got 212 in here. We should be able to get some votes up. She was jealous of Nate. Okay, so she made fake accounts. Or made a fake account anonymous. So you're voting. My son is in an IRL streaming competition. Oh, sorry, I clicked away for a second. Can you hear me now? John Smith, yes, she also lied to get Nate to send her a copy of Hellas's book. It's bad now. Why is it buffering? Why do I always have issues? Let me know if it's okay now. Hello, hello. Hello, just me mostly. Good to see you. Okay, 5x5. All right. Well, I'm not on the camera right now. I'm just talking. Thank you guys for voting. I appreciate it. This is live, Harmon. I just picked up my phone and went live. Hello, can we vote daily? I'm not sure about daily. This is all new to me. Mike, you are so funny. I saw that comment today. When husbands get when husbands of YouTubers get involved, it makes it worse. I was dead. Thank you, Grow Mama. So anyways, he's in a IRL competition. He's in Austin, Texas. He's staying in an $8 million mansion paid for by this big streamer named Nick Lee. Nick Lee is putting on this competition, and there was 20 people chosen. My son was one of them to compete to be his assistant and $10,000. So that's what he's doing on Kick. And the poll is just like, hey, who do you want to win type thing. Both Hellas and Lauren stole ideas to raise money from Kresha. It is pretty wild. Yeah, Nate was scammed into giving Lauren a copy. She implied her copy didn't get to her. Right, she never was intended to get a copy. Oh, Megan. I commented on Megan's video. I haven't gone back to see if it was deleted, but I'm sure it was. Hello, Galen. I went ahead and let Megan know that I advised Kresha and Fam to report their images to YouTube as privacy violations. Really, Jay, give him my phone number so if he really needs anything. Okay, I will, Auntie Cheryl. Thank you. Oh, Kylie says, how was he scammed? Why was Nate so gullible instead of professional? That's interesting. Hey, Evelyn. That's an interesting take. So, I mean, I don't know Nate, so I can't really speak for his intentions, but you have a good point. Seems a little unprofessional. Nate is not all Mormons are bad, Michelle. Come on, we can't generalize. But Nate knows better. He's a journalist. He can't trust people like that. No. That's not a good excuse. He comes across as, all wholesome and shit. He's a fucking journalist at the end of the day. He's a reporter, no less. Don't let him fool you guys. Don't be duped. You were duped by Lauren. Don't be duped again. Are they pure? Hey, Linz. Are you feeling better? I think we have to get off this Mormon thing. I think we're too fixated on the Mormon aspect of this. I think we're losing, when we get too stuck on the Mormonism of this, I think we lose kind of the point. Do you know what I mean? Of what Lauren has done. Instead of making this about like religious beef. You're sick too, Kylie? Instead of making this about the Mormons, I just feel like we need to focus on the exploitation and the victimization and her manipulation skills. Because it doesn't really matter if she's Mormon, if she's fucking Catholic, if she's atheist. It doesn't really matter. Mormon, ex-Mormon, people are people, right? And you have good and bad in every walk of life. Hey, Mandelaine. Oh, good. I'm glad you're feeling better. I don't understand the Mormon aspect of it. I just understand the exploitation. Right. And I think that's what we need to focus on more. Hey, ASB. Paul says, I'm a Mormon. It doesn't matter. Did you get a call from the bishop? See, not everybody who doesn't want to get into the Mormon conspiracy is being paid by the Mormons. I'm not being paid by a Mormon. I actually followed probably one of the worst child abuse cases. Not worse than Ruby and Judy. Ruby and Jody. Nate didn't know Lauren and Lori weren't friends. Yeah, still professionally, you don't like go off those lines. Like professionally, it's black and white when you're a professional. That's why I'm glad I don't have to be a professional. Hey, Aquarius. But listen, I followed one of the worst cases, the Boy in the Box trial. If you never heard of it, look it up. Motherfuckers were Catholic. I was raised Catholic. Ain't got nothing to do with them being Catholic. They were just abusive assholes. She made another video about Ruby and Jody. She loves Ruby and Jody. Sick bitch. I was raised Jehovah's Witness. Says for 17 years I'm not an asshole. Yeah. Oh, Shari forgives that one. Did it work, sister? Oh, I'm good. I'm glad. Just finished watching your Ruby. Oh, really? It is very interesting. I saw you were watching the Pam thing. You followed the boy in the box trial. It was horrible. It was horrible. And, you know, they actually went through Catholic services to adopt that boy, which made me even more mad. And then I actually went on X and trolled a fucking Catholic bishop over it. I think he was a bishop. Because the Catholic bishop had that Tim Ferritter on his podcast with him. And I was like, dude, why do you still have this up? This guy's literally been convicted of child abuse for keeping his kid in a fucking box in a room. What are you doing? So I really don't care about that. The only thing that's interesting about Lauren and Mormonism is the fact that she can't fucking pick a side. Like, she's the one that makes it controversial. You know what I mean? She's the one that's like, yeah, I'm Mormon. No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. No, I'm not. I'm Mormon to my core. And then goes on and bashes the Mormon religion. It's like, shut the fuck up. Oh, yeah, all the Catholic priests. I mean, we sit here and act like, oh, the Mormons are so icky and bad. No one else is like that. Like, get the fuck out of here. But I don't sit here and go, you know, yeah, I'm Catholic. I mean, I was raised Catholic. I'm not a practicing Catholic, but that's my roots. That's what I was raised with. But she's just weird. But she's just weird with everything, though. Like, it's not just, hey, I'm Mormon, no, I'm not. But it's everything with her. Everything is fabricated. Everything is embellished. We've read 5 different stories of her life. And God knows how many others are floating out there. Let me see. There was another cult with the child killing in California. A couple of local news from that area about the arrest showed up in my feed. Did you guys hear, too, that the lady that took off with her kids and went to, like, another country, and the husband's like, where are my kids? Mike says, if I walk into any church, do you feel good? I've tried them all, no, just not religious. Hey, Claudia. Well, Crackajack, I don't disagree with you there, because the fact that she's talking about being dark and crying about being dark is really weird to me. That is weird to me. Hey, YouTube bad actors. Yeah, that lady believes it's end times. What's up, Blue Jay? We have a poll pinned. If you could vote for Ryan Hines, that would be greatly appreciated. She thinks the world is ending. That's really scary. Hey, D LaBelle. D. Oh, look at Trisha's got a live. Hey, Vogue Mod. Trisha's going live tonight. She's got more Ramsey fucking rants. I'm picking up what you're laying down, Mike. You crack me up. She is Ruby and Jody, and apparently Kevin. Ugh. Did she feel bad for Kevin? Elizabeth, my dad went to Catholic school too. Look at Mike coming in with a $20 super chat. Thank you. Does my live not have like the little jewels or whatever? Thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate that. Why are we in this format, Allie? Because I'm just live on my phone. Just on here to chat away with you guys this Friday night. Stacy was getting all bent out of shape last night. I still have a hard time. She's believing she's a real person. Stacy. Yeah, I'm here. Me and Jolene can do like a duo. I'll be Stacy, and she can be Trisha, the uninsightful one. We can do SNL. Yeah, we're just chilling. Trisha, she is the gift that keeps on giving. I don't think Lauren cares about being excommunicated, says Cece. I don't think she's funded by the LDS Church. I don't either. I really don't fall into that category of where I think Lauren's being paid by the LDS Church at all. Thank you, John Smith. Do you know what Chaos Dolly started today? So he was at the search site for the missing 4-year-old Jonathan. But what's his last name? I can't even remember right now. You email me a clip of Trisha. This is why I take blood pressure medication. Thank you. Anyways, he was on the search scene and he was filming, and the FBI or whoever came out of the woods, and they had the missing boy's brother with them. So they're carrying the brother, who also has the long blonde hair like Jonathan Boley. And Dolly was like, oh my gosh, is that him? And the people said no. Well, he kept filming. He's like, it looks like him. Like, I don't know. And the chat was like, oh my God, it's him, it's him. And the chat was freaking out. He's reading the chat. And it was the brother. I don't know why they had the brother in the woods. I don't know what was going on there, but he caught that on camera and thought it was that they found the boy. No, this is Dolly, Dolly. Dolly Vision. So then he's like, well, we're going to pick up and go to the church. So they go to the church. The guy's name is Dolly Vision. So the command center was set up at the church. So he's like, oh my God, they must have found him. They're lying to me or whatever. Let's go to the church and find out. So they went to the church, and he's standing there. And this guy comes up and he's like, are you the dumb motherfucker who's saying that they found the boy? He's like, you know, that's his brother. He goes, you better, find out what you're reporting before you report it. And then Dolly was like, oh, I just said I thought it was him or whatever. Anyways, come to find out, they found the poor child deceased 2 miles from his home. And he had disappeared with his dog. And his dog was still alive and with him. Well, I think that he thought when everybody pulled back that it was because they found him. Oh, Allie B, that's horrible. No, not Hella's Dolly. It's Dolly, like a baby doll. Like Dolly Vision, Dolly. Yeah, he just shouldn't have been there. That's what I think. I think he should have stayed back. But, this is what these guys do. They go on the scene, they stream, and they don't know what's going to happen. And they end up putting out misinformation. And then 5 hours later, they're on another live stream apologizing for it. I mean, for him, I think it was an honest mistake. But he probably shouldn't have been filming right there. You know what I mean? He probably shouldn't have been where he was. In a prior missing kids case, though, he got arrested a few years back. They were outside the house of a missing baby, playing baby crying noises, screaming at the mother. And he's like, well, at least I'm not like that anymore. Well, that's not really saying much. You should have never been like that in the first place. Right. You go on the scene to a missing kids search. I don't know, man. It's just there's just certain fucking things you shouldn't stream. You know what I mean? You want to go there and help? Go there and help. Sit in your car across the street and film the searchers? I don't know. I just don't think that's appropriate. If that was my kid, and we'd be having some words and some problems. Hey, Kelly Mack, Happy New Year. I mean, he could have stayed at the command center with the rest of the media, you know, and that would have never happened. Yeah, Amy, we were just talking about that. Hey, Chelsea Diaz. Hey, Tess Mack. Good to see ya. There's just certain things that you just don't. Shell, how is the baby coming along? Maria says, yeah, Jay, my kid isn't a pawn for views. People know your limit. Nancy Grace badgered someone. Oh, that was Melinda Duckett. I think Melinda Duckett was, I don't think Nancy Grace is the one that pushed her over the edge, but she did get accused of it and sued for it. She's admitted water broke and she's at a 5. We got a baby coming. We've got a little baby coming to Cooterville. How exciting. Him and Bullhorn cosplay. Yeah. Do I not have the jewels on here? I don't know how this works. We're on baby watch. They talked about doing it on a lawn chair? That is just gross. Oh, thank you, John Smith. John Smith says, if anyone is interested, there's a 2020 episode on ABC at 9 about the Donald Adelson case. What Nancy Grace did to Duckett was terrible. Yeah, I mean, she definitely wasn't nice to her. I agree. And that was crossing a boundary, too. Like, Nancy thinks she can get these people to crack. And guess what? All of us grew up watching her. So what are we doing on YouTube? They're doing the same things. They all think they're Nancy Grace. They can just push people until they crack, right? Kind of like what got me into a fucking mess in the begin with the other creators I used to, rotate streams with. Because they want to talk nasty theories behind the scenes, and when people find out about them, they don't want to fucking face it. It's weird, and it's gross. And if anything that I did, if it brought light to the fact that these people theorize on missing kids cases in very gross ways, then I accomplished something. And Elevated Truth can kiss my ass. Donna Adelson's your girl. I didn't cover that or follow it. Hey, you guys, so next week we got some trials starting. I see that people are gearing up for that one girl. And the first officer, okay, look, I'm going to take you back to 2022. Everybody has alts YouTube bad actors. I mean, for them to sit there on their high horses, oh my God, who has an alt? Like, I can't believe she fucking did that. Jack. Please. I am too, Mandalane. I'm much better off. So anyways, yeah, Sarah Grace Patrick, her trial starts next week, and so does the first officer from Uvalde. I'm taking you back to 2022. Do you remember the Uvalde school shooting? I covered it. We watched all the body cam and everything. Remember the guy that wouldn't go in? Took 70 minutes to go in to save those children? He's being charged with like 36 counts of child endangerment. Hello, Addie Martinez. So the first officer, yep, that officer is on trial next week, and I want to cover it. Yes, I'm going to stream it on J for Justice. I forgot all about it too, and Court TV posted about it today. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes. Because that was terrible. I'd love to see that one through. Yeah, they all took 70 minutes, but he was the first one to get there, I think. If you guys want to see the post, it's in Court TV's community. Hey, Rollins. Yeah, he is a pussy. I wish I had my Trish soundbite. He's just a little pussy. It starts Monday for jury selection, so this is what I know so far. I was reading about it. I don't know if jury selection is going to be streamed. I heard he was told to stand down by his chief. Oh. This is a Border Patrol guy? Oh, this should be interesting. Hello, L-I-Z. Yeah, we'll have to revisit it. So jury selection is going to be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then the trial starts. So I don't know if it's going to be televised. I don't usually stream the jury selection because it's pretty boring. No, the Border Patrol went in anyway. It was the local cops that didn't. Oh, Joel Roberts, I saw you giving Trish hell. She's like, no, pin that, pin that. He's not the only one. He's just the first one to go on trial. There's others to follow. Hello, Lola. I agree with that, Tara. It is. It's messed up. And the truth needs to come out, so hopefully it will. We'll find more info in the trial. So we've got, yes, I saw you guys talking about Corey Richins. I don't know if hers will ever make it to trial. Same with Barry Morphew. I have a feeling there's going to be delays upon delays. Corey Richins is all fucked up because they got drug dealers and they had informants. That whole thing is just messed up. And then they keep adding charges on her. I don't even understand what's going on at this point. I'm trying to get on the normal live view. Okay. Because I'm on my phone, Liz. If you close this out and go to your history and open it there, it'll probably be normal. Courtney Chaney. Yeah, like, what's the delay with her? Like, the Crumbly parents were the first ones charged with being responsible for their kid's shooting. I think the officer is the first trial for someone charged with what he did. Yeah, because don't cops usually have, what's that called? What's that called? Then they can't be sued. And then in Corey Richins, CL, and all those informants. Immunity. Yeah, but there's another word. Qualified immunity. That's it. Thank you. Qualified immunity. It should be an interesting one for sure. So be looking for that. Bet Warren is playing. I wonder what Warren's going to do. It's the same view, Ruthann. I thought that it worked. I know it's Cindy, but she was like, Joel Roberts is never in here. Joel Roberts went into Web Sleuths last night and admitted, she's like, I'm the one who sent the letter because you are chaotic. You don't know if you're coming or going. Trisha says, don't delete that. Don't delete that. I want that pinned. I want Joel Roberts pinned. She's like, I am so sorry Joel Roberts, if I offended you a few months ago, I said something to Joel Roberts and I offended them, and I want you to pin that. Are you now streaming on your normal format too, or just on this format? Right now, Megzy, just on this. Kel says if you save it to watch later, then go to your watch later in YouTube and click it, it'll be normal. You used to be a regular in the Web Sleuths chat before 9 hours. My first Guzma. Trisha. Oh, I don't miss a Trisha live. She is too funny. You know, if it wasn't so serious, if Lauren wasn't such an asshole, Trisha would be a lot more funny. Hey, Sean's princess. Web Sleuths has always seemed like a meme to me. She is chaotic. And then people accuse you of having too much wine. I thought that was so rude. The watch later thing worked. There you go. The real Kels. She knows everything. Well, Megzy, I'm glad you're here. Hey, Coconuts. Hey, Tori. Megan pissed me off. Megan has a lot of nerve. Like, Megan literally needs to get off her fucking high horse. I can't believe her. I can't believe the way she shames people, talks down to people. Like, literally, girl, you are Lori Daybell's cousin. That's not a flex. That doesn't give you the right to judge people. Like, literally, take a seat. Hey, Cinnamon Hot, Hot, Hot. I can't imagine. Mike, do you visit Trisha's chats? But seriously, like, how do you talk down to people when you're Lori Daybell's cousin? Sooner Girl, any new news, Jay, about the Chris Watts case? Nada. I think we're at the point where Chris Watts is just rotting away, you know? I haven't even talked to the Watts in quite a while. The last I heard, Ronnie had a heart attack, and now he's doing much, much better, and that's the last I heard. A cousin they don't acknowledge. Hey, Rob Thomas. Salty has a way with words, man. I wouldn't want to be on the other side of her words. Sarah Lee, I'm good. I am good. I think he kind of has, Kitty. God, do you remember that whole mess, though? Remember Sherilyn Cadle going to visit him? Writing the book? Last I heard, Chris is getting married. I don't know. I wish you would do commentary on Megan's victim impact statement that she did for her viewers. She did. Why would she... What? Ugh. Hey, Melissa. Is he marrying a fella in jail? Like, how's he getting married? Who would even believe? Mike, come on, you don't believe that. Chris Watts ain't getting married. The only thing he's married is his fucking Vaseline jar. Come on. She wasn't allowed to give a victim impact statement in court, so Trisha let her do it on her show? What? How the fuck are you impacted by people you didn't even know? Kresha kindly and... Oh, you're kidding. What a bitch. Paul Sorensen. I have an extensive Chris Watts playlist. That was my first case ever. I started it in October of 2018. Trisha. Trisha's gonna bitch about Ramsey again tonight. She's so mad at Ramsey. Why doesn't she leave John Ramsey alone? Does anybody know? Insightful one. Tell us. Happy Friday, Carolyn. Carolina Hurtado. Beans. What's up, Beans? Thank you for supporting Ryan, Beans. It was super nice. Kitty Mama, I went to Chris Watt's house and did a video there. It was so eerie. Jody Arias, oh, is your Chris Watts? Girl. It's another Mormon. Don't talk about Mormon. No Mormons. I talked to Sandy on the phone. She still believes he acted alone shortly after. Do you think he acted alone, Mike? Why were you on the phone with Sandy? Mike, why were you talking to Sandy? Did you research the CBS Munchausen claims? We went over everything. So, you guys, the weirdest thing about Chris Watts is that the people that moved into the house after he murdered his family in there, did you guys see all that? That is what creeps me out the most. Thank you, Paul Sorensen. Did you guys see that, though? The people that moved in there, they had that domestic call. Yes, dude, they had a domestic call. The husband got arrested for domestic and went to jail, and they got divorced. I'm telling you, that place, there's something creepy in there. Yeah, Plunder True Crime got the body cam from the other people. Paula 1966 dropping 5 on us chick. Thank you, Paula. Look at those new cooters, shiny new cooters. But yeah, so you know what's weird, right? Is that when they bought the house, it was, everybody knew it was for sale because we all followed it, right? Auntie Cheryl. Auntie Cheryl's been around since the beginning. But we all knew it went for sale, so we were watching and, to see who bought it. And then we found out the people that bought it, and she posted on Facebook that she put a picture of her husband, and their 2 girls. I think they were 2 girls. They took a picture in the Watts kitchen, like on that island. Hey, for MAGA. Lauren ended up with plunder info. What kind of plunder info, Liz? So she posted on Facebook this picture. She's like, we hope we can make this a happy home like Shanann would have wanted. Things like that. The Millers, that's what it was. The Millers, that's right. She wanted that house so bad. And then we found like the wife's social media, and she made videos like Shanann. Remember that? Oh, did Lauren have it out with the docket on YouTube? Who would buy it? I don't know. She wanted it, though. She wanted it bad. And then the next thing you know, they were having a Super Bowl party. This is the scenario. They were having a Super Bowl party, and they had 2 other couples there, I think. And up in the loft, remember where Shanann had the loft area? It was like where when you went up to the top of the stairs, and then there was the couch and stuff, and then all the bedrooms. Well, the wife, the Mrs. Miller, was up there on that couch with one of her friends, another couple's wife, and her husband walked up and they were kissing. So the wife was kissing her friend on the couch upstairs. The husband freaks out, like, what the fuck? Yeah, they painted it and everything. But the wife is like, or the husband's like, what the fuck? They get into a fight. I don't remember what exactly happened. Then they call the police. He comes, or he goes to jail, da da da. Well, she was kissing the girl, so yeah, I mean, she kind of was cheating. Yeah, that's exactly where Chris put Shanann's phone, in that couch. Yeah, that was crazy. He slapped a wine glass out of her hand. Yep, thank you for my memory sucks. But yeah, I mean, a husband finds his wife kissing another, their friend's wife. I'd be like, lay off the wine too. If it was an Airbnb, would you go in? Would you stay there? Yes. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, I probably would. You don't remember that part, Desire? You guys wouldn't stay there if it was an Airbnb? I would. I mean, I don't know if I would stay there. I'd book it. I would go in, but I don't know if I'd stay there. Remember the body cam of the cops going in there at night? That was creepy. I think so too, Rollins. Oh yeah, I'd want to walk around and be nosy, of course. Mike says, I'm not saying the friend was involved, but don't tell me they didn't go in that house to check on them and they all knew. Waited till cops got there all those hours, right? Oh man, Cinnamon. You wouldn't step one foot in there? No, the wife was kissing one of their friends' wives. I was Catholic too long. I would never stay there. I don't think I'd stay the night, but I would definitely want to go in. I went, and if you go see my video where I walk around the outside, there was still some of Chris's shit in the basement. It was wild. Like, we walked around the side of the house, and Nosy Nate from next door, he come out on his balcony. He's like, can I help you? And I was like, oh, Nate. Totally caught me off guard. The Watts case was before my introduction to true crime. Of course, you've seen the Netflix, though, right? Everybody's seen the Netflix. I think Nicole Kessinger was much more involved. Yes, outside had very weird vibes. Very weird vibes. I didn't like it at all. Kels, I don't think we'd last long in there. I think we'd, poke around, look around. I think you'd want to get out of there because it really is quite eerie and just dark and heavy. Heavy is a really good word. Really? That's when you started following me, Jen? That's so long ago. That's so awesome. It's been so long on this platform. My career is in the oil industry. I was glued to the Watts case. Oh, I see why. The cops seen them move the purse from stair landing. Sure. What are you talking about, Mike? Who had to go upstairs? Don't yell at me, but I don't know the first thing about the Lori Daybell case. That's okay. Why would we yell at you? They did tear down the Idaho 4 house, yes. Guaranteed there's some unsettled spirits there. I think there might have been before. I think that's when I started following you too. That's awesome, girl mama. Snippins. We just had a YouTube baby. Lori Vallow, Carl Danger. Really? On your Watts playlist, one of the videos was the drive out to the oil fields. Was that you that did the drive? No, that was Dre. This girl named Dre that lived out there. She did that. That was insane. She did the drive from the Watts house. She drove the route Chris would have taken to work and drove back on those roads till they couldn't drive anymore to the tanks. There was like a fence. Watts' house didn't look like a home. It looked cold. I think that was just Shanann. I think she was very OCD, very everything has a place. I think I could be a little more like that as I look around my house right now, you know. She was just very OCD. MAGA, you're getting very uncomfortable. Thank you, pretty, for voting. Hey, Deepal, Happy New Year. Jay, I was in your live when you were interviewing someone about the case where the mom was pregnant and missing, and the news broke that they found her. Oh, yeah, Heidi Broussard. I was actually on Dateline and Mean Girl Murders on ID channel for that case. There's a channel called Behind Criminal Minds that has done great deep dives, especially on the NK aspect. So I think that maybe I would like to know what that land was in Colorado before they built that subdivision where the Watts are. Cole Harton, have you? Thank you. I think that it was more of a it was more Hideous Gem says the Watts family seemed completely chaotic. And I think that you have a really good point. I think it's season 2, episode 2. I don't know. I'll have to look. Thanks, Auntie Cheryl. Thank you, Ruth Ann. I don't know, I just wonder, like, what... Yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff happened back in the day. It's just weird, like... It just seemed like ever since they moved into that house, they were just doomed. I forgot what I was going to say. Thank you, Bibby. It does help. Oh, which episode of Mean Girls? I'm scared to click away because it buffered last time I did that. Ooh, that's scary, Megsy. Oh, the funeral sightings. I think it's season 2, episode 2, Kels, if I'm not mistaken. It's called like Church Camp Killer or something like that. Don't quote me. That sounds so corny. Hey, Colleen Ann. How are you tonight? It's already 9 o'clock. Is it still freezing cold where you guys are too? It feels so weird to be able to walk around with a stream going. I made a sound clip for Jada to send to you. You might get a kick out of it. Ask her about it. Okay, I will. Thank you. Oh, yeah, Paula. You're so cold. Paula, do you remember, hold on. Do you remember when Chris Watts was at Nate's house and they're watching the surveillance footage? And there comes a commercial for that one show, and it was like a fetus. Bye, Coconut. Have a good Friday. Remember that? When he said, Chris Watts is like, oh, yeah, by the way, she's pregnant. And then that weird thing came on the screen. Lindsay, I want to know that too. And I'm not buying because, who was it? The DA? Wasn't he the one that said, oh, that was a typo? There's no typo in these things, in these reports. Oh my God, that video of him playing dumb. It looks so obvious now when you look back on it. You're like, the more you watch it now and the more time passes, the more stupid he looks, you know? American Horror. Yeah, that was it. American Horror Story. Nate was like, had the Comcast remote. He's trying to find the footage. And Chris is like, oh, yeah, by the way, she's pregnant. And then all of a sudden that image of that fetus came on. It was like, whoa. You were embarrassed for him playing dumb. Well, and then right when he walked out, Nate's like, he ain't acting right, man. It's like Watts was the worst criminal. Not that you want to be a good criminal, but he was also one of the most intriguing perpetrators that I've ever seen. I mean, people were intrigued by Bundy. Shit. Chris Watts looked like the perfect hubbo, you know, the perfect husband, the perfect dad. He always had the kids on his hip, or he's, you know, playing with them, reading to them, giving them baths, feeding them. Like, he just seemed so unsuspecting. Ryan is my son, Gigi, and he's in an IRL competition. And we're just voting in a poll for a prediction that hopefully he wins it. That case had so much body cam on mom's social media. Yeah, that was what was wild about it. That's what made it so hard for me to believe that he did it. Like, you'll notice when people troll me, it's always about Watts. You fucking love Watts. Jay's in love with Chris Watts. And it's because I believed his story at first. You know? Hang me by my fucking thumbs. Like, yeah, I believed his story at first. I was a newbie. It was my first case. You know? Thank you, Gigi. I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know. He's live right now, DD, yeah. DD. I didn't know. And I believed his story when he said she did something and then he did something to her. Like, I wasn't sure because sometimes... Hey, Mesera. I just now saw you. Because sometimes, you know, when couples are... you know, splitting up or something, and you just never know what the actual dynamics are. And I really got fooled. And I did believe that. And I did want to see that case go to trial. I did want to see if NK was involved. It was so hard to believe that he did that by himself, like, to those girls. Like, I can see the wife, the husband-wife killings are more explainable, like, but those girls and how he discarded them is that's what I can't get past, is how he discarded his kids. It's just, I mean, I get it's better than, or I mean, he shouldn't have killed him in the first place, but then I try to rationalize it, like, was he just, going where he normally would go? Because he is such a simple fucking thinker. Did he not really have a plan? I mean, obviously he didn't have a big plan. What do I think of Barry Moorfield? I think he's guilty. I think he did it. I mean, who else had motive to do it? I don't know. Chris Watts is one that boggles the brain. I don't know if NK helped him. I think she had an influence over him, but I don't want to give him a free pass. If she wasn't physically there, then I can't give him you know what I mean? Like, okay, so she had an influence over him. That's his pussy ass's fault. You know what I mean? Kitty says that's okay. I believe Lauren at first. Hey, Jesus loves you. Jesus loves me too. Or Jesus loves you too. I cut my teeth on the Daybell case. Her phone did ping near there. Yes, it did. I don't know. How can you say there's no way he killed him, though? Who put him in the tanks? Because if you believe he put him in the tanks, then you must believe that he could kill them. Now, if NK was physically there, yes, I think she should be held accountable. I'm just not sure she was physically there then. I just don't know what to think. Why are people doing fireworks? Morpheus grew up in a small town near me in Indiana. I had someone that went to high school with them call into my show way back when. I need to do more call-ins. I used to get people calling in all the time. I don't know why people think she's into witchcraft. People got all kinds of stuff. I just don't think Barry will be a slam try. Dude, that whole first time around was a shit show. She's very suspicious. I agree. Tanya Jones. Hey, Happy New Year. Oh, I think she's very suspicious. Very, very suspicious. And it wouldn't surprise me if she drove by to see, hey, Dr. Macy, if she drove by to see if he was still home with his wife. See, that's what people fail to remember, is that Shanann had been gone for a long time. 6 weeks. They had 6 weeks to have this fucking honeymoon phase. They were still in the honeymoon phase when Shanann got back, and then Shanann left quickly again for Arizona. And when Shanann came back from Arizona, there was no plans for any more trips. So shit was about to get real. And I think that NK probably said, look, I'm not playing second fiddle anymore. Because Shanann was getting ready to come back. They weren't going to have their little fuck fests every day. He was staying at NK's apartment the entire time. And I think that maybe she drove by there that morning to see if he was still home with his wife. Because I think she was jealous, extremely jealous of Shanann. And even if she did influence him, like, mentally, that's on him. That ain't on her. You know what I mean? If she wasn't physically there, then all of this is on him. I don't care how good that pussy is. You don't kill your wife and kids for it. So that's 100% on him. Unless she was physically there and physically helped with any part of it. Where were the kids when she was gone? She had the kids with her for 6 weeks in North Carolina, visiting her family. Then she came home, and he kept the girls while she went to Arizona for a Thrive trip, a Thrive convention. Thanks, Jerry. I like this stream. It's like Jay Unplugged without the visuals. That's a good name, Jay Unplugged. And I just think that he didn't like... I don't think he liked the commitment of marriage. I think that... I don't know. He's a really hard person to read. You think if NK was physically there, he would have ratted it out? I think so, too. I mean, I don't know why people think that he would go down for her. The dude murdered his wife and 2 precious babies. Why the hell would he ever cover for her? And what good would it do him? What good would covering for NK do for him? He can't have her. He'd go into prison. I think he's a pussy. I don't think he covered for anyone. 3 babies, right? But 2 that were physically in his hands that he cared for, you know. He resented her being bossy, but was not man enough to stop Nicole. No, Chelsea, that's a different Thrive thing. So she was involved in, it's owned by Level, which is Level, Level Thrive. It's nutritional supplements. Has nothing to do with that. I know, Kylie. I want to talk to you, too. Chris Watts is a covert narcissist. I think so, too. I think he was built up as a child to be, you know, to think he was the best at things, and he really wasn't. I think he was very resentful of Shanann, was always telling him what to do. You know what, though? I think that's how he rolls, though. Like, I think Chris Watts needed to be told what to do. He's kind of a dum-dum in that sense. Like, he's not a very independent man. So I think that's why people are saying, like, oh, she must have influenced him, because he's not very independent. He's kind of like a pussy. Jail interview, he admitted to it all. I believe it. I believe it too, Mike. He is a difficult one to read. His parents are extremely nice people. His parents are extremely nice people. They killed nobody. They weren't there. Nobody's family dynamics are perfect. You know what I mean? You can't blame them because he grew up to be a fucking asshole. You can't. They have a very successful daughter, with a very, very nice family. I really think that his parents are very nice people. I think Shanann's family is very nice people, too. From what I found out, though, I asked Cindy Watts about that. I said, was Chris like your golden child? And she said, actually, no. She said him and Ronnie were the closest. And she was closer with Jamie, with his sister. So the you know, the thoughts that we had, like, oh, he was the golden child and he was mama's boy, It sounds like it wasn't really how their relationship was, from what I was told. Her and Shanann did not get along, Kat. Yeah, that was sick, Maria. Hey, Angel, Happy New Year. They didn't get along, but a lot of mothers and daughter-in-laws don't get along. You don't expect your son to murder them, you know? Like, I've had issues with my daughter-in-law, nothing long-standing, but, you know, here and there, nothing major. But if my son murdered her, it wouldn't be my fault just because I had, you know, words with her before. That's ludicrous. That whole situation, 9mm, was just going to be a mess, like a divorce. They were already... Scott Peterson was the golden child. Oh, Frankie. Just like Chad Daybell's brothers and parents seem very nice, right? I love my daughter-in-law. I'm not saying that to do anything negative. I'm just saying... I heard an alarming and uncomfortable phone call of audio of the family on a call with Chris saying they think he's innocent. Or no, he's innocent. They did say that to him. Absolutely, they did. No, I don't think they ever said she got what she deserved. I think that Cindy Watts was honest to a fault when she did that interview. Do you guys want to know the honest truth behind that interview that she did with the news? So this is what happened, okay? When this, and I'm not going to look at chat because it throws me off. But this is what happened. So the Watts case happened. Everybody was on Facebook. YouTube didn't even have a live function at that time. So everybody's on Facebook. I started a Facebook group. There were 2 big Facebook groups. Mine was one of them. Cindy Watts was in the other one. A person named Kim Kaufman got her caw claws into Cindy Watts almost immediately on Facebook. Almost immediately. Directed her down every wrong path. Talked to Cindy. You got to talk to the news. You got to talk to the news. Cindy said, I don't want to. Can you imagine the shock that Cindy Watts was in? Okay, this is fresh. The shit just happened. Chris is telling them Shanann did it. Right? So here's Kim Kaufman, telling Cindy she's got to do this interview. Sets up the interview. The interviewers come to the house. They're knocking on the door. She goes and hides in the closet, and Ronnie has to come get her to do this fucking interview because she didn't want to do it. So she came out and she did the interview and she said everything wrong. She was honest. I don't think my son would have done this. No, we didn't get along. She said everything that was true, but it hit wrong at the wrong time. It should have never happened. They leached onto her so quickly. And once that happened, no one wanted to hear from her. No one wanted to hear from that family. So take it for what it's worth. I don't think it's right that anybody gets their influence over anybody in that situation. Their granddaughters were just murdered. Their grandson never got the chance to even be born. And their son did it. You know? And the stations don't care. They'll take it. Hell yeah. Get an interview with Chris Watts' mom. She didn't want to do it, y'all. She was in the closet hiding, scared, anxious. It was a horrible look for them. You can't come back from that. You can't. Like, we love our kids. I could never believe that my son would do that. Like, you would have to, that would be a hard one to swallow, let me tell you. As the mother of a girl, my son has a little girl, it would be very, very, very I don't know how you accept that. I don't know how you ever would. I think I'd want to believe that someone else did it, as a matter of fact. I wouldn't want to believe that he did that. The boy that I gave birth to, the boy that I raised, I thought I raised a good man, you know? I don't know. I just think that they need to be given a little bit of grace. Because they've been through hell since then. Their health. I mean, I've seen it. Just, it's sad, man. And it's all because of Chris. And it's frustrating because they want to believe his ass. And I don't know where they stand now. You know what I mean? I don't know. Oh, yeah, they did. But you know what they did is he manipulated them. They all said, oh, we believe you, because they wanted to believe him. And B, they were probably in shock. It would be easier to believe him. But a lot of people don't realize that they were manipulated, just like a lot of these victims, like Lauren did, you know? Lauren's was kind of the slow grift, the slow victimology, or whatever you call it. Manipulation. She took her time with that one. Dahmer did an interview with his father. Oh, really? Ugh, I can't watch much Dahmer stuff. He makes me want to vomit. Yeah, and they didn't like Shanann. They didn't get along. So it was just a bad situation. And then, of course, these murders didn't make it any easier, you know? It's already bad enough when you don't get along with your daughter-in-law. And yeah, she was playing the long game. Kat thinks the mistress was involved too. I don't know the toy box killers. Well, but Lauren, she focused on the Daybell people, though. When she went at the Daybell case, she was calculated. Yeah, I agree with that, Megsy. Oh, moments. That's gross. She totally exploited Kay at a vulnerable moment. I'm curious how they feel now. You know, Grow Mama, I'd love to say that they've evolved, but I don't have a whole lot of hope that they have. I think whatever gets them through each day is, I respect their thoughts and feelings, but you can't listen to that over and over and over. You know what I mean? That denial. It's hard. It's hard. I understand it, but it's hard. Kay was trying to get help to find the children, and Lauren jumped in and exploited. Oh, I love Kresha. She's a sweetheart. What Lauren did to Kay and Kresha, I mean, just that alone, like separating a mother and daughter, getting in between there, no. Grow Mama, you have a really good point. I think Chris Watts was a lot different behind the scenes. I think that what we saw in the videos of him being this doting father and husband was probably not what we got when the camera was off. Okay, fair enough. Access says, take Barry and Janice, for example. What role did they play in raising Lori, Alex, and Adam? Melanie's. I think there's some accountability needed. Now, Okay. I don't think we can compare the two cases like that as far as parents go, because clearly in the Cox family, there's generational issues, right? That go down the line. Not just with SA, but that Barry guy is icky. There was weird things going on in their childhood. Chris and his sister didn't have that. You know, Ronnie Watts isn't skeezy. He works for a Ford dealership. Like, he's just a regular old country guy. Cindy stayed home, raised the kids. You know what I mean? They're not the Coxes. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the Coxes have a lot of dynamics that affected the kids. But you're right. I'm not disagreeing with you. But in this case with Chris Watts, I really do feel like it was a lot different behind closed doors too. Thank you, Kenda, for your super chat. Kenda says, I feel sorry for Chris's parents. I'm sorry. I have an adult son, and I wouldn't believe my son would be capable. Yeah, there's just a couple things, I guess, that do bother me. Yep, Northern Beans, exactly. You know what else bothers me, though, is that letter. That's the one thing that really bothers me. The letter that Chris wrote before he left his parents' house and went back to Colorado. If anything happens to me, look at my wife. That's some shady shit right there. Then I'm going to take you guys to the store with me. I hope I don't lose my signal, though. Do you think I will? I hope I don't lose my signal. Yeah, so before he left his parents, he sat down and wrote a letter and said, the date, and then, like, if anything happens to me, or I would never hurt my children, I would never do anything to hurt my wife or kids, and if anything happens to me, look at my wife. Signed, Chris Watts. But the thing is, his family said, I'll grab you a Snickers. Field trip. I have our... Hang on a second. Hold on, I gotta set you guys down. We're going to the Circle K. Hold on, let me turn the radio down. If I can get this beast to start. There we go. So my husband's in Georgia, and I have the second. I have the second vehicle. Turn that air off. Okay. The screen shouldn't be black. I should have a little picture there. Lottery tickets. I know I love scratch-offs. I got really lucky that one Sunday. But anyways, he wrote this letter, and I think when he was there, see, this is what a mind fuck it is. So what I found out was that Watts was telling his family that he was worried Shanann was going to do something. So that right there, if I lose you guys, I'll come back. If I lose you, I'll come back. Then the trip, remember the month before that came out? What trip? Can you get me a coconut bounty? What's that? So that would mean that he planned to do this. If anything happens to me, look at my wife. Say hi to Insightful One. If it goes out, I'll come back, okay? Just let me know. Can you guys hear me? Maybe we'll have to do a Chris Watts refresher. because that was pretty weird. So when I asked about that letter, I was literally told that he was making it sound like he was worried for his life to go back to Colorado after the North Carolina trip. So his family felt some type of way, like yeah, it worked, so I didn't get cut off. I'm not reading chat right now, guys. So don't worry. I'm watching the road. But anyhow, it just... Can you hear me? Can you see me? Hello? You can? Oh, I popped back in. Holy shit. Okay. I guess that worked. You guys are like, yes. I'm like, maybe if I turn my camera on, it'll wake them up. The Cooter DeVille made it back from the store. Oh, wait, let me make sure my lights are off. Let me make sure the freaking lights are off. Thanks for going to the store with me. It must have kicked back in when I got back to my Wi-Fi. I don't know. Colby's going to do a live with his wife when he gets 10,000. You guys, I saw you saying, oh my God, no, it's Stacy. Stacy did it. Insightful one. I don't want to... I'm a bad influence. I bought cigarettes. Ciggies. And a Reese's. Colby's watching Melanie's interviews. Oh. Hey, Lisa. You Cooters are out of control. They sure are. So Ryan, let me go see what he's doing on Kick. He did the escape room. The last follower he has is Sonia VD Toothless Granny. Whoever that is. Sorry. Hi, girls. They act like I was gone 2 months. I was gone 5 minutes. Okay. You did Siggy's for 30 years. You get it? Cheryl, what was awfully funny? Yeah, where did I cut off? Thank you, Cheryl. I'm very proud of him. Where did I cut off when I said, you know what's funny? Were we talking about the Chris Watts letter? Oh, Summer. You're so happy. The challenge is fun. We were talking about the letter? I talked a lot. I talked the whole drive because I wasn't looking at chat. I didn't know we cut out. So what's funny is that he spun this whole narrative for his family when he was there, making it feel like he was scared to go home. Like he was, oh my, I got to give them a treat. You guys want Chicky Chickies? They love the chicken and waffles treats from Amazon. They're the WAG brand. And they're shaped like waffles. They are like their favorite. They smell like ass, but... So anyways, I think he told his... Ow! He told his family that, you know, he was almost afraid to go home. He wasn't sure what Shanann was going to do. She was off the rails. And, they made him sit down and write that letter. And even Cindy Watts, she offered, she's like, do you want Ronnie, you know, to fly back to Colorado with you? Yeah, she totally bit my finger. And it was my finger where I had that hangnail problem. And it hurt like a bitch. I am from Michigan. You were born in South Macomb Hospital. That must be McLaren now. Is that in Mount Clemens? Or you were born in Warren? South Macomb Hospital. Hmm. I wonder what that's called now. I've never heard of that, but I grew up in Warren, Catherine. I grew up in Romeo. They both knew that marriage was over. He found out how in debt they were because of the Thrive, right? They had already had, 2 bankruptcies. There was a lot going on there. You know what I mean? There was a lot going on there besides an affair, too. I don't know. Mike's still here, I think. Coke Zero and a cig. I haven't touched a drink or drug 25 years, but cigs stop, then screw up every 5 years. Keep trying. That's all we can do. Palomino Avenue. You were born there in 75. I was born in Elmont, Michigan in 1973 at a little hospital called Community Hospital. I was the only baby in the nursery. I was lonely. He felt like he had no control, right? Oh, off 14 Mile. You could bet that the parents didn't know the half of it. Oh, for sure. He only knew what he wanted them to know. And he knew that they'd believe him. And he took advantage of that, in my opinion. And I think that he really fucked them over. And Lisa, I think it's because we're in vertical mode. We're in the shorts feed. I can't believe I didn't know about this letter. I know, Berlin. That was really wild. And then I remember them telling me too, like, they called the DA and said, "Do you want this letter?" And they were like, "No, we don't." And I was, like, back then, I was like, oh my God, like, that's so sus. Why wouldn't he want that? Well, I think the DA knew that it was bullshit. Stern's dad was a former cop and wasn't fooled one bit by his son. No, Stern's dad's a creep. Sorry, not sorry. Ski, Utah. Yes, you can go out, hit watch later, and then click on playlist, and it will be in normal view. Thank you, Ballet Flats. What's up, Ballet Flats? Ballet Flats. No one would stalk that ugly butch. That's like the best soundbite. No one would stalk that ugly butch. So we were talking Watt's case. Yeah, that letter, that's insane. I think he knew if he went to trial, he would have been cooked. And another thing, I think he took the deal because in Colorado, the prison is pretty tough. And I think he took the deal and confessed or like pled guilty because he wanted to be able to get his own placement somewhere else that would be a little more cushy because he knew he was fucking going away forever. Oh, a new video, new face. Yeah, I mean, he kind of avoided the death penalty, but like Colorado hasn't killed anybody in decades. So I don't think it was really a fear of the death penalty. I think it was more so he did not want to be in prison in Colorado because he was already getting threats. Like they were saying if he comes here, we're going to fucking kill him. I told you I never heard of South Macomb Hospital. Not much snow to ski in Utah or Idaho. No, we can't ski Utah. Mama Bear, I watched all the Watt stuff with you, Jay. I was a brand new lurker. I love fountain cokes. Cindy. I think he was just too much of a pussy to go through hating his guts every day. Ski Cleveland. I wish it would have gone to trial so we could see the doctor reports. Yes. Chris got moved to an easy prison in Wisconsin. Yeah, he did. That was part of his deal. Colorado did have the death penalty, but they don't enforce it. Isn't the DA in Colorado Rourke in favor of doing all kinds of deals with criminals who avoid trials? They all do. Did you guys know that 95 to 97% of trials are end in a plea deal? Not many actually go to trial. I did not realize that. That is very few that go to trial. Thanks, Angel. I think he kind of did what was best for his rest of his life, and that's pretty much all he could do at that point. I hate plea deals, but 95, Google it, it's true. Hardly any of them ever go to trial. It happens most of the time. And you know what I hate seeing, though? I hate seeing deals for pedos, like Stephen Stearns, okay? Let me vent about Stephen Stearns for a second. You know, since his mom thinks I'm a twat and all. Let's talk about Stephen Stearns. Florida passes a law, right, that people who hurt children, like Stephen Stearns, get automatic death penalty, right? Automatic. No questions asked. You hurt a child, you're getting the death penalty. But what does this motherfucker get? A deal to spend the rest of his life in prison? I don't get it. Why? Why? No deals for pedos. It's almost like they pass these stricter laws with deals in mind, right? Because they can say, oh, okay, well, you're not going to get the death penalty. We're just going to give you life in prison. So at least they're locking them up for life. I mean, I guess I'll give them that. But these motherfuckers, like reading this stuff about John Matthias and these pedos that he evaluated. What? John Matthias is a, ugh. The feds and the cowboy hats. Wonder if Dr. John did no, he didn't. DeSantis, yeah, death penalty for pedos. But then they go ahead and make a deal. It's like, no, just keep it that punishment. Joel's cool. Joel will be fine. Was he the first case and then they made a deal? I think he's 100% responsible, Lisa. I think that Jen is a disgusting pig. I think that Jen neglected. Like, why is there no child neglect charges for her? You know why? Because deals. That's why. Because deals. There is no reason that there should be no child neglect, child endangerment. You sent your daughter to sleep with a grown-ass man. You have a tripod set up. No deals. I'm telling you, she got a fucking deal. She got a deal. Deals with the devil. Yep. She put her daughter on a fucking silver platter for that fucking pig. And don't... She knew that man was fucking sex torsos and all kinds of sick shit. Blech. Fuck her too. I don't think she killed her daughter, but I think she's a piece of shit. Look at the Wells. The Wells would have been charged with child neglect and shit if they didn't sign over their rights. I guarantee it. I guarantee you that's the only reason that the state of Tennessee did not press charges against the Wells, because those kids were living in deplorable conditions. They probably said either sign them over or you're fucking cooked toast. Silver Black uses alts. If those people think I was going to go into Truth's live and ask him why he thought that nasty shit, you think that would have gone over well for me? Hell no. You think it would have gone over well for me if I would have said, oh yeah, Queen Bee, I called you a snake in Kresha's live. You think she would have been like, oh, it's okay, Jay? No. No, 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 she would not have. I was trying to salvage the drama. Sometimes you have to tiptoe around people that are unhinged for good reason. Oh, you should have told her the truth. Fuck that. Why do I owe her the truth? Going live over Kresha. It was a snake move. I would never go live over Kresha when all that was happening. Said she did it to do her a favor. Get out of here. Get out of here. She never should have gotten immunity. No, I agree. Why did they need her to get a deal? You know what I mean? I am. Yeah, I'm sure it would. My honesty would have went over well with that one. Ghislaine goes to prison, but Jenna has no charges. Make that make sense? Well, Ghislaine and Jeffrey, in my opinion, are nothing but fall guys. What do you guys think about that? Let's get deep. Let's get deep. I think Jeffrey was a fall guy. I think he was set up to be the place where all these elites could go to get their freak on. And I think that they threw him under the bus when it was all said and done. Epstein didn't fund that whole thing. That Leon Black funded everything. Epstein was a college dropout. He didn't fund that place. Look at Leon Black. Look up Leon Black and his connections. Look how much money he gave to Jeffrey. Oh, he was participant for sure. He's a disgusting pig. I'm not saying he's innocent. But he ain't the top guy. You get rid of Jeffrey, you're not getting rid of the problem. They totally set up the idiot to take the fall. Yeah, you get rid of him. They want people to think, oh, he's gone. You don't have to worry about it. Problem's gone. Oh, my God. Detective Wagonstail. JT Rev is saying he's going to self-harm. What? Right now? Oh, he participated, sure. He's a gross pig. And he was the perfect one for them to put in that position because he was just as piggish. Is he live right now? Is he okay? What's going on? I don't... On Facebook in posts or on a live? Oh, my God. Kels, do you want to check on him? I don't know where he is, Wagonstail. I don't know. It's a video? Okay, Kels, I think Kels will check on it. Kels, can you... It's a video, she said. Thank you. I don't know if he needs attention or not, but I don't want to see anybody in that predicament. I mean, look at who was with Jeffrey. Clinton, Bill Gates, all the money. Yeah, I'm doing my own thing, Angel. I don't have anything to do with those people. I saw their true colors when push came to shove. Angel, I didn't do anything wrong. They had no reason to turn their backs on me. I didn't make an alt with Clues X. I didn't do any of the things they accused me of, and the alt thing was not that big of a deal. So they showed their colors. I'm better off. I'm growing. I'm flourishing. I really don't care what they're doing. When people show you who they are, pay attention. Don't look away. That's when you get duped. Yeah, he was greedy enough. Yes, 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 Mama. I'm right with you. Thank you, Katie, for voting for Ryan. Yeah, Clinton, Trump, all of them. I'm so freaking glad to not have them around anymore. I love the new crew you got. Yeah, me too. I did. That's all I did, Mike. I never did anything wrong to her. Ever. I told her to handle it accordingly. You know, I said, let's give it a week, see what happens. She never had my back. She never said anything publicly. I mean, take it for what it is. It's pretty obvious. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty freaking obvious. And then you got nonsense over there going, Jay? Who's Jay? I wasn't friends with her. Dude, them people are fake. They're fake. Yep, remember what 50 Cent said in that documentary? All of them. All of them are like that. All of them. I know you do, Mike. I'm not that type of friend, man. When I confide in you and tell you you're my friend, I don't do that shit. I would stand up and tell the world you're my friend. I don't give a fuck. T-Rev seems pretty upset. Kels just went to check on him. Melissa. Oh, BJ's funny. He's another streamer, sister. And we don't know what to think because he's kind of been spiraling for a long time, and now he's threatening self-harm, so he's not okay, Kels? Fuck. Okay. Do that, Kels. Trust your gut. Trust your gut. Yep, you just got to keep going. I mean, you can't sit there and go, why did this happen? Why did this happen? Like, why? You can call me Buttercup. D, if I can call you D, 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 D. Yeah, I just prefer not to talk about them. It's really kind of irrelevant at this point. Like, when people show you who they are, pay attention. That's all. I don't know, Jay. I only talk to her about content. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Don't go there anymore, Joel. Just stay away. It's probably for the best. I thought that person was different than they were. I do have my own thing. I just... Hey, Wispy. I've still been watching. I thought it was a lot of hype over and all. Nobody tells me who to watch. Because I tell nobody who to watch, right? I don't tell anybody who to watch either. It's silly. When Clue gave Granny an ultimatum, if you fuck with Jay, don't come over here. And then she sits back. I don't talk about that bitch. I don't talk about that bitch. It's like, okay, you did it for how many hours in one day and then never did it again? But you think all those things you said in all those hours just weren't said? Yeah, they were said. And they were remembered. And I love my own thing. We started out the new year with tinfoil hats and laughs and Jolene and Kresha. You're right, Auntie Cheryl. I like people that aren't in competition, you know, like, she's live at my time. And as much as Granny likes to say, oh, I miss you, whatever she says, there's texts that came out where she was bitching about me going live at her time slot. Like, no, I don't play that game. There ain't no time slots. You go live when you can. That is just fucking ridiculous. And that is just shit I don't have time for. Courtney Clenny is April? Really? If it happens. Lisa, you're awesome. I found your channel the last few weeks. Whoopsie daisies. How do I do that? New Year's was epic. We need some kind of bingo. I know. It's been difficult because everything's been kind of like revealing. Okay, thanks, Kels. Kels reached out to him. No power. No, I don't know. I can't say that they did. They do, but I don't. If I had to guess, I would say no. Hey, no way. I haven't heard the turkey in a while. I know. I kind of miss the bingo. I stayed awake the entire New Year's. You owe me a couple hours sleep. That was a long one. Wagonsdale, thank you for letting us know. I'm so glad that you did. People come, people go. Hopefully we get a little smarter each time. That's true. Everything's part of your journey, right? Wispy, 7 months. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you. And I appreciate you having the strength to say I watch who I want to watch. And because I enjoy your streams too. It's that bad, Kels. Yeah, I know she's got a lot going on, but, you know, I do too. Maybe not litigation, but I have things going on in my life as well. Friends stay friends through thick or thin. That's my motto. Especially someone who's there for you. You know, trying to lift you up, trying to make you smile, trying to, you know, make you feel strong when you feel pushed down. Hello, Miss Hella. We're just bullshitting. We're talking a little bit about everything. We're talking hidden true crime. We're talking Watts. We're talking whatever you want to talk about. It seems bad. There's another streamer, Hella, that we know from the true crime sector that is saying that he wants to self-harm, and we're worried. They call her Hella. I love that song, too. That was a long New Year's stream, but man, it went by fast. Oh, a lingo of Megan. Yeah, it does, Angel. I vote we come up with a new name for Dr. John. We could. God, Megan is so boring to review, though. She pissed me right off, though. No, it's not on a live. It's in a video, I guess. Well, someone came in here and told us he made a video. And my moderator, Kels, used to mod for him, so she reached out. I'm a loyal friend, man. I really am. I am loyal to a fault. But once you show me you're not willing to reciprocate that loyalty, I'm done. There's no middle ground for me. I either trust you or I don't. And once I don't, there's no sense in me even talking to you because I don't trust you. Does that make sense? I mean, it's pretty simple. Wake and Bake, thank you for the super chat. Happy New Year, Jay in Cooterville. Always got your back, Jay. Thank you. I am Scorpio, 11/11. I admitted what I shouldn't have done, and that's where it should have ended. But sadly, it didn't. Because other people want to sit on their streams and say, oh my God, can you believe she did this? Can you believe she did that? While they do the same thing. It's like, okay. Oh, you're 11/4. I have nothing negative to say about Granny at all. I have nothing negative to say about her. I will never sit here and bash her, ever. I would never do that. Can we talk about how insufferable that stupid Megan is? Yes, we can. Mallory, weigh in. Thank you, Jackie. What I love about your channel is you keep it real. I also love your laugh. Glad I found you. True friendship is gold and rare. Wow, Carrie Wild. I've been with Jay since 2018. Not everyone at all times can afford memberships, etc., but I always follow Jay. Carrie, I appreciate you. Wispy, I'm your friend. Jilly doesn't like me, but that's okay. It's okay. But Wispy, I really do appreciate you. And personally, I think you're better off by yourself, too. No offense. No offense, but if we're being honest. Megan seemed very affected by Jolene's live. I think it's funny. I do, too. I think Jolene really gets under their skin. I love it. And I think it's because she comes from the comical angle. Yeah, they want you gone because you're their competition. I don't compete with anybody. I've been with you since Oni days, oh book. You and Jolene are both my favorites. I'm loyal too. Thank you, Lady Di. It's a lot like Hella said about Six. She ruined her own credibility. Right. She got away with it once. And you know what? It's just like when I interviewed Julia, the fake dog handler, and got hosed because she was she was fake, and she totally lied about everything. And I did an interview with her like it was serious. We all have been in positions like that. Like, how do you verify a fucking dog handler? She's sending me all these pictures, all these training videos. And I think she did do the training and like the agility with them, but it definitely was not a canine handler dog. She had beautiful Goldens, but she wasn't what she said she was. And it's just like she wanted attention, I guess. And I've been there, man. All you can do is learn from it and apologize and move forward. Nomadic, can I just interject? I just spent over an hour watching Ryan in the Escape Room. It was interesting and full of nerves. I recommend watching for sure. I'm sorry I missed that. It probably would have given me anxiety. Carrie, thank you, Jay. You are welcome. Yep, the Oni, dad with a phone. Jay has been independent. Harmon, I would. If you say, do these pants look bad on me? Then, yeah. How do we know Megan saw Jolene or was impacted? Okay, why does someone think that? White boy, what are you doing? Yeah, they were Chewy pictures that she used. They were dog pictures from Chewy. So I totally got hosed. Hey, happy 2026 to you and the missus. I hope you guys are doing good. I saw your lovely Christmas photos, your little cheese balls. Matt and Noel are my little cheese balls. I'm just testing out this here vertical. Megan put out a new statement the day after Jolene's live about her. There you go. You know what? Megan also, Jolene had an impact on Trisha too. Jolene had an impact on Trisha. Did you hear that, Matt? Listen. Listen, thank you, Cheryl. What was I going to say? The Jodie Hildebrandt documentary was hard to watch. Oh, the Chewy pics. Yeah. She used freaking Chewy pics. Angel says, I love white boys following me on X. LOL. I don't know if he knows that it's me on here. So, Jay, what are your goals with the new year? Oh, Trisha bingo? That would be fun. Let's do it. She got a hot oil treatment and moved closer to the camera. Yep. What are my goals for the new year? My goals are obviously to grow both my channels, but to also to do more on J is for Justice. But I'm going to have to curtail. Like, I want to do more trials and go more, like, into the legal documents and stuff like that, if that makes sense. Remember DWAP? Oh, my God, DWAP in bed. Oh, True Crime Sushi, my eyes. DWAP in bed with no shirt on. But remember his little girl? How fucking cute she was. What was her name? I can't remember his little girl's name, but she was probably all grown now. Thank you, Jackie. Yeah, I'm looking forward to trials on J4J. I'm looking forward to more reviews and stuff over here. Yeah, I like sticking. I'm going to stick more with like the court documents, the trials, hearings, I think, things like that. True crime has taken a different look for me, not only since the Lauren thing, but Idaho 4 kind of changed the way that I look at true crime. I still like it. I just... Jay, did you just start talking with Jolene, or have you two known each other a while? I found Jolene months before the 9 hour, but I found you after. No, I just met her. Did the lying handler ever apologize? Oh, no, she doubled, tripled, quadrupled down. Next week, you guys, we're going to start following the cop from Uvalde trial. Jury selection starts Monday. The cop who hesitated. Hopefully we'll find out why. That's going to be interesting testimony. I want to know why I don't have jewels. Why does everybody who goes live, they get these like jewels and things popping up? You can still talk about new true crime cases, but I don't know how much deep diving we can do anyway. Lynn says I can't do that one. Well, I watched all the body cams and stuff, and that shit pissed me off. And I am here to see him explain himself. What's January 15th? Oh, yeah, the sheriff, judge, Kentucky. Yes. Absolutely. That one's deep. You need to check your studio for the jewels. I don't have an option for it. I have no options. Oh, that's Jada's birthday. I'm sure I will be. You and Jolene have a chemistry like you've been friends forever. How about another late night hangout, just the two of you? That would be fun. She's always down to collab, she said. I don't know, she's just really down to earth. We have a lot in common, I think. Enable virtual items feature in studio? Huh, I don't even know where that is. I've never seen that. Yeah, I've never seen that. Tringo roast sesh. It'd be nice to have you say something to her. She loves your live more than anyone. I will, for sure. Is Doug No Thanks still around on another platform? Not that I know of. She is refreshingly down to earth. She's like, she reminds me of someone that I grew up with, you know? Oh, the Jolene Alex Cox connection. That was wild. Turtle Boy Jolene and Jay at the same time. I don't know if anybody would get a word in edgewise. Oh, of course they take 30%. John Paul Miller. I thought his was federal. I thought he was being charged federal. I think she's from Missouri, but close enough. Her sass is subtle. I know, I like Jolene too. She really is. She's a bright little light. I know, I want to find out about the connection too, if her friends remember Alex. So if anybody missed it, she was doing Minnesota, Missouri, Michigan, tomato. Yeah, if it's federal court, then there's no cameras. Yeah, Crochet just said it. Alex Cox was a comedian, and they did comedy at the same club. Amy says, I've been following Jolene for years, and I'm thrilled that she started to dip her toe in the true crime world. It was like my worlds collided. Yeah, that's kind of what happened. When HTC broke the internet with the 9-hour live, I feel like a lot of worlds collided. Because a lot of HTC viewers left, and then they found all of us because we were talking about it. That happens every now and then on YouTube. Things happen. People part ways. You know, they separate, they part ways. And then you overlap with another community. But what was even more nuts? Jolene knows who Terry Lynn is. That's even weirder. I don't know if it's weirder, but it's not weirder than the Alex Cox. But it still is like, what? Tara Lynn's Ken. And that's because it was the 90-day community she was covering. And Terry Lynn was in the 90-day community and the true crime community. It's like the world just got really, really small. I love that Jolene also covers my Vanderpump and Real Housewives stuff. Yeah, that's cool. That's why I found you too, Jay. But I think I saw you before in a collab with another creator, but I forget who it was. Well, it definitely wasn't Warren. I wonder if Lauren was mad back then when I interviewed Julie Rowe. Me and Julie Rowe yucking it up. I wonder if the YouTube algorithms figured out that you and Jolene's audiences would get along too, right? Aw, thanks, Calissa Cats. Lauren doesn't claim it. There's Ella. Ella's got to come in with the facts. She's like, Lauren doesn't collab. HEC destroyed her and her husband. I love that for them. Karma stopped by. It was about your research skills. And what we all call about Grayson is staring with the blame. I noticed Megan saying it's her job to file the strike. Yep. Yep. Oh, little gray bay. Didn't you interview the woman from South America? Yeah, Colombia. Maria. I bet she was so pissed when you got the Julie Rowe interview. And I didn't even know what I was getting into, you guys. That was like, I was so, like, had no clue about this whole fundamental stuff. And I was just like, let's get her on. Maria is someone who met up and had dates with Alex in Colombia. Or, was it Colombia? I do kind of wing it. I'm here for all the hate. I do my best winging it. Oh yeah, she's a wild one. She's a real wild one, that Julie Rowe. I'm glad I did it though. I mean, I learned a lot from her actually. I remember we did our interview on Good Friday. We did it on Good Friday. You had interviews that no one else was getting. I know, I just jumped right into it. I interviewed Lori's friend in Hawaii. Remember that one? I know, that's how I am though, Cheryl. I'll interview anyone. Yes, she was in her car. Judy Lynn. All these dang functions on these phones, I can't keep up either. Was that why everyone piled on you? Yes, I do remember. I didn't realize that was you. Didn't you disappear for a while? Me? I don't think so. Not during Daybell, I didn't disappear. During Summer Wells, I disappeared. I don't know how Chris found and talked to that crazy Terry right away. Who's Terry? The dark-haired lass. With what case, Angel? Watts? True crime has been so dark this past year. I'm thankful you have this channel also. Thanks, Jay. Yeah, me too. Me too. Oh, I don't know. Dark-haired girl. I never had, like, a co-host or anything, if that's what you mean. I agree. I think, Gigi, I feel like Idaho 4 was really the case that changed my insight, Thanks, Irish. Nope, never on with Vinny. Terry Lynn in the pants. You heard the lighter? Oh, sorry. Chelsea's got a cooter salute. I didn't know that Zav interviewed her. I mean, maybe I did at the time. But that's funny. Zav does not... Don't play poker, Zav. She doesn't have a poker face. I like Zav Girl. I got nothing bad to say about Zav Girl. Vinny's like a different person on his channel, but isn't that podcast he does with the guys kind of dumb? Don't you guys think it's kind of dumb? Like, the one guy wears a hat and sunglasses. Like, what? Accuses me of planting pants. Get the hell out of here. If only Jolene was around, she would have heard that voice and got triggered if she heard my intro. One thing I will give Vinny is that he's very handsome. He is very handsome. He has striking eyes. But other than that, Catherine says, how did the Idaho 4 change your perspective? I think just the longevity of waiting between the time the trial started and or, you know, not the trial started, but it was supposed to start, and seeing all of the victims so many times over in photos, you know, hearing the victims' families, I mean, seeing the victims' photos and videos, and basically having like a bird's eye view into their, you know, fun little lives, and watching the house come down, and, you know, everything about that case was just so emotionally charged. And hearing from the victims over and over and over, like, really changed my mind on how things are presented and how things are done and what's put out there and what's not. I need McSpunky to come into my life sometime. Thanks, Mama Bear. Yeah, I mean, he's not really that interesting. He's not like a profound thinker or anything. I like him on Court TV. You couldn't do the Idaho 4. It just made me look at things differently, you know, as far as a lot of aspects, you know, like with Brian having so many parallels, like he studied all of these serial killers. And it made me rethink serial killer merch. Like, you know, would I want, you know, people have stuff with Ted Bundy on it or whatever. Like, I have a blanket with Ted Bundy on it. Or headlines of murders in the past. And I thought to myself, damn, I couldn't imagine buying a blanket that said, like, Idaho 4 kids dead and, like, Brian Koberger's face on there. I was like, ugh, like, it just made me think different about everything. McSpunky has been around. He was in Web Sleuths the other night. He's still around. He's being McSpunky. I don't know. McSpunky goes to certain chats, and he's a big donor. That's all I know. What's up, Pines? Yeah, there was a huge buildup. It was very emotional. I just felt really bad for all the parents and the things that got put out, the things that were leaked, the things that were faked, and I know, Angel. It's time to get spunky. It's time to get funky. No, Don't Flatter Yourself is Daybell merch. Do you wish there hadn't been a plea deal? Of course. I always like to see something go to trial, right? So we can see all the evidence. But I'm glad that there's no chance that he can get out. You know what I mean? We're still, oh yeah. Is there still an investigation into that, Excited Utterance? The special investigation into the Dateline leak? Is that what you're talking about? I'm waiting for that too. What a bunch of buffoons. My worry is if it did go to trial, that he would have might got off because they were such buffoons. Hey, Hella, has McSpunky ever been in your chat? I want to know if McSpunky visits Hella. Jay likes him when he has gray H on. Oh, yeah, gray H. Oh, you're welcome, Gigi. I enjoy it, too. Here I am just chilling. I have no idea who that is. I get torn. I love hearing the evidence, but I know it's hard on the families. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I guess when it comes to people being murdered, there's never, there's always going to be that other side of the coin. That's not going to be good for somebody. Michelle, I remember that when Nancy Joe saw him at a pickleball thing. She saw him on a dating site, right? Charlie wants to know who's McSpunky. We don't know. We want to get to know him better. Another one who's kept it real in the true crime space is Gisela with Grizzly's True Crime, for sure. I like her too. And Gray is grumpy. He sure is. He loves his Google Maps, though. Good old Gray and Google Maps. McSpunky is into HTC Megan and Webster's. He also likes Vinny. Vinny has a whole ass song for him. That's where that song came from. Vinny. That's on Vinny's page. You can go listen to it yourself. Yes, Grizzly is very serious. I don't think I could be that serious on YouTube. I mean, I could. I just don't know if I would have fun being that serious. See, that's why I'm enjoying this channel over here. I really feel like it's brought out, like, more of me, like, personally, like, who I am. Because I don't really get to do that on J for Justice. I've always just, it's been cases, and you don't talk about yourself. You don't review other things. You're not really giving your opinion. And I love being over here giving my opinion and being myself, It's kind of like the best of both worlds. I'd really like to see this channel grow this year. Because I am really enjoying it. Like, I look forward to it. I can't wait to stream again. That's a good sign. And true crime can get dark, too. And sometimes you get burned out, and you're just like, ugh. We could all work on being more empathetic towards the victims in the true crime sector. This channel is more personal, for sure. For sure. And I actually love that. Amy says, I'm new and I love your channel and community. You really make people feel at home by acknowledging the chat and interacting with us. I love that. I really love doing that. I really love interacting. That's my favorite part. Gray blocked me. Who hasn't? Who hasn't he blocked? He's such a bitch. Yep, in a space to reflect on all the things in the sector. Random old lady. I've only been on this channel for a few weeks, but I'm loving it. It seems like y'all have been here forever. I found you a few weeks ago. Wow. Such short-term people, but I feel like you guys have been here forever. I really do. I'm really glad. Like, that's true. True crime is very true, Janice. Don't forget that. It does seem longer. It's because there's been so much that's happened. Oh, yeah, Amy, your tinfoil hat and your dog are... It was so cute. Jessica's a newbie. That's funny. Where is Jada? Jay asked where my tip was. Your tip? You know what? I do have a lot of really, really nice people. She's sleeping. Sorry, I try to watch Gray. So much going on gives me a headache. Yeah, she's been around. I just wondered. That's her husband. Of course. The former gems, man. I feel bad for you guys. But you know, the thing is, what's the juror, fake juror thing? What's that mean, Elizabeth? The thing is, I never liked hidden true crime. So this has been very interesting for me. Hey, Kat. We're just doing a chit chat stream. I've never liked them. And when I saw all this happen the way it did, I was just like, oh boy. Everything I held back. I do, Lori. I remember you guys. I know you. I mean, I do my best. I'm definitely not perfect. You found this channel due to the 9-hour? Yeah, I really... This is vertical. I'm on my phone. So, I was just testing it out. This is just a test. Yeah, J is for Justice is my main channel. You never watched him when John was on? Isn't it funny that he's not really on anymore? By the way, you guys, tomorrow I've got a Patreon from October 1st, and I think it was recorded like the end of September. Happy New Year, Kelly Barrison. And we're going to go over that. It's interesting. It really seems like she can't stand his ass. I'm new too, and found you because of HTC. Crochet. Crochet, you should join our Discord. We have a lot of people that crochet. It's audio only, Sen. I have a little picture in the middle. Happy New Year, Cat. Jay, will you play my video of you on Every Day with Jay sometime? Yes, the one. Which one? The one of me and Gray? This is a test. This is only a test of the emergency broadcast system. Yes, I will. I've been so overloaded with like all this content. Like, thank you, Lauren. You are like content for days. I have to prioritize what's going to come next. The way I see it, Every Day with Jay is an evolution of consciousness, which is an exciting thing to be a part of and witness. Thank you. Bye, Lisa T. Have a great night. Angel, did you go in with the alt on Truth to put what was said about Sebastian on the spot? Because if you did it in your own name, it wouldn't have had the same effect. No, I mean, if I went in there and asked under my own name, don't you think he would have freaked out and been like, why are you even asking me that, Jay? Like, what the fuck? I went in there under an alt because I wanted to say something because it was on my mind, and I saw he was doing a Sebastian live. That's the only reason. Like, literally, it wasn't that deep. Double tap your screen to like the stream. The Daybell shit started in my backyard. Wow. I literally saw that he had a live stream about Sebastian theories, and I thought, oh, really, dude? You're going to talk about theories about Sebastian? Let's talk about your theory. So I quickly hit my little button and switched over to my other YouTube, and I went in there and I asked. And I said, what about this theory? And he said, hold on, I'll answer you in a second. So I hung around. He answered me, and I left. And that was that. And a whole week went by, Angel. An entire week went by. And then, boom, I was live. And I got called over to another stream and was completely bombarded. And it wasn't about the alt. I was bombarded because someone said I made an alt with Clues X's name picture or something. That's what I was told. So I was bombarded like 6 against 1, and they can all fuck directly off for it. You don't do that shit to people. You never understood what his theory was? Well, it was really gross. It was really something that was really off the wall. And I wondered why he thought that. And the reason I asked, this is what I asked. This is the exact reason what I wanted to know, and this is what I asked. You ready? Just so they can clip this later. Okay. I went in there and I wanted to know if there was any information that he got from talking to the parents that made him think that way. He said, no, there wasn't. It was just something that I thought of. And I said, okay, thank you. That's all I wanted to know. Because really what I wanted to know, Angel, was if that thought was concocted in his fucked up brain, or if he got information that made him go down that road. And when I found out that it was not any information, it came from his head, that's all I wanted to know. I needed to know. And I used an alt to find out. He answered my question. He said, no, it didn't come from anything they said. And I was like, okay, that's all I wanted to know. I left the chat. I never said anything more about it. A week goes by, I'm blindsided. So, it was 9mm. It was. I mean, it is a reasonable question. Did you just come up with that, or was there something that was said? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just wanted to know, dude. Yeah, like, oh, no, that was not my thought. Oh, it was just a weird, it was a weird theory that was speculating about an inappropriate relationship. Oh, have fun, Mama. Thank you for your support, Mama, always. Enjoy your movie. And I guess maybe in a way, in the back of my mind, that has always bothered me, that theory. And maybe I wanted people to be aware of that theory, because that's kind of a disturbing theory, is it not? I mean, I've never heard of such. We want to talk about respecting parents of victims, and it's just okay for him to have a theory like that? Like, what? Hello, Lisa Lulu. It is very disturbing. So, it is what it is. No, she didn't, Beans. It did kind of seem like an ambush. Well, it is without being from the kink community. Yeah, I mean, someone who comes from a kink community. Why should you not be able to ask a question, right? BJ's melted marshmallow. I was really trying to be mean, huh? It has been quiet on the tubes today. I concur. 9mm. Lee, that is really smart. She says, once I see a case moving towards the Wells and Rogers territory, I stop following. The Kylie Rodney case got horrible like that, too. It sure did. It hasn't been quiet with the Karen Reed community. So much drama over there. Can we talk about Trisha's obsession with Ramsey? Is she live again? Oh, it was terrible to have Chris jump on. That was so planned. Right, Mandalane. I'd love to be a fly on the wall in the Matthias House studio. She has Ramsey on her thumbnail tonight, Jen. There's chaos over at Jones Inn about the same clip that BJ's kids... They're still talking about a video that BJ's kids made 4 years ago. Who's FTB? You know what? You know who reminds me of Trisha? You know, the guy from the Radio Free Mormon, the one that was wearing like the robe the other night. He totally sounds like a male Trisha. Yeah, they yanked Ashley off the air. Do you remember Aaron and Kelly Stanley from 27 Sisters? No, I don't. I don't remember that. The guy from the Radio Free Mormon. Amen, Snazzy. Amen. It goes back to that old adage. When someone shows you who they are, pay attention. Why does Lauren look so different suddenly? I don't know. Ashley is a rock star. Ashley actually has like the deal of the fucking world. Can we vote daily for Ryan, or is it a one-time vote? I'm not sure. Since this is day one, I'm not sure. They might start a new one. I'm not sure how that... What brought the video of the boys up again? Desperation. I am so confused on what we're talking about now. Ew, John in a robe. Ugh, we saw him in his skivvies. Mice? I don't know. I've never seen Trisha have mice, but it wouldn't shock me. I can't sit there and watch BJ's lives be reviewed every day anymore. It's just like it was fun for a while, and then Hidden True Crime happened, and it actually like has a purpose. Like, people need to know what they're doing. Like, BJ is not that important. I don't ever want to see him in... Ugh. Is her dog's name really Butt Nugget? I think BJ's impressions are funny, though. I think she needs to do more lives where she's doing impressions, because she actually cracks me up. Auntie Cheryl. I won't forget it either. She doesn't really piss me off. Actually, the others piss me off more than BJ pisses me off. Never played her video of her story with Lauren, so I don't know. One night, Butt Nugget was getting it on with the other dog. Oh, nice. She has another dog, a pug named Othram, Ollie. She named her dog Othram. I heard that, Monica. Someone sent me a clip of it. It was hysterical. It should help, Amy. It should calm him down, too. That's cute. Your dog's name's Murphy. Just popped into Trisha. She looks like she's going to church. Mary Doyle. There you go. Bing bong. They're not going to stop. They feed off each other. That's what they do. They go round and round and round and round and round. And they've been doing it for fucking years. I survived a year of it. And thank God that whatever happened, happened. But, yeah, it's like regurgitation. And I know you are, Beans. I love you. Trisha's a trip. So go ahead, ask me anything. Trisha is totally entertaining. I'm with you, Calissa. That's why I'm so bummed, because I think Jolene does awesome doing Trisha. And she's like, you should cover Megan. I'm like, or Megan. I'm like, no, I don't want Megan. Sane in the house. You're supposed to be watching The Staircase. My partner thinks it's amazing. I can't tell him to that. I never got through that. Trisha makes me laugh too. Megan is just really seriously condescending. She's so condescending. Trisha is just chaotic. I know it's because she doesn't want to cover Megan. No one wants to cover Megan. But it's funny, though, is because we can cover the same things and pick up different things. I think that's what's great about it. You think he might have done the unthinkable? I think someone knows something. Well, and the fact also that Megan is charging all that money to be like a life coach, at least Trisha's not sitting there saying, hey, pay me $400 and I'll be your life coach. You know what I mean? Read the room, Megan. There is something endearing about Trish. You're right. There is. I think it's her longevity. You know, she's been through a lot. She's been around the block or two. You know what I mean? You gotta have a little respect for that. You gotta have a little respect for her longevity. Look at her. She's still going. And she's still trying to improve. I gotta give her that. She's still trying to improve. Which is more than I can say for many on this platform. Many on this platform give it zero effort. Zero. They don't turn on a camera. They don't come up with their own content. They don't pre-plan a stream. There's a lot of them fuckers out there. Grift away. Hold on, let me scroll back up. Chat all of a sudden went fast. I know you don't like the religious part of Hidden True Crime, LDS, but there's a video I want you to watch. Okay. Email it to me, lipsticks. Maria, thank you for becoming a cooter tonight. Happy New Year. Hey, Robot. Robots always comes in lit. Jackie, you ain't kidding. And I'm trying to run 2 of them. So cut me a sprout. See, these people think I'm an under alts now in BJ's chat and all this stuff. Y'all, I'm over here literally running 2 YouTube channels. I don't have time for that. Good night, Maria. Thank you for committing yourself. Mike, look at you. Thank you. So generous. I'd have to do that. Whatever happened to the green beetle? That's what we were just talking about, Mabel. You can rewind. I don't want to revisit it. It is what it is. Thank you again, Mike. I appreciate you. Trisha would be funny just doing commentary. But maybe not like on serious subjects like murders. You know what I mean? Trisha does woo-woo Saturdays. Have you ever listened to a woo-woo night on Trisha's? Trisha feels like a SNL skit. She does. Except it's not, which is what makes it funny. QB thinks you're using your hubby's name to spy on them. See, and I'm not. Like, my husband went into BJ's chat, and I didn't even know he was in there. It's extremely time-consuming, guys. I watched a bit of that BJ stuff. I never understood what the fuss was about. Seems like they're all fighting for the same 3,000 subs. That's what it is. They go through, they like rotate around, but then if one goes off the rotating, like clockwork, then all hell breaks loose. Yeah, Trisha from Web Sleuths. She's going at John Ramsey again tonight. She went at Ashley Banfield a few nights ago. Like, went at her hard. She went at her. She's like, you know they fired her. They yanked her right off the air. Like, Ashley's got, like, this kick-ass fucking deal. Thank you, 9mm. They'd figure me out. Yeah. Why do you think I got caught, Mike? I'm not that serious. BJ is, her name is Brittany J. Allegedly with Brittany J. She's just a hot mess streamer. Hey, Ash. She went off on Ashley twice. I mean, she said some nasty shit about Ashley, for real. If Trisha turns on Hidden True Crime, that would be definitely a show to watch. I'd be on Trisha's side all day long. Trish she got rid of the Ouija board, but she replaced it with an 8-ball, and then she's got her what's it called? The ransom note t-shirt. BJ is the Timu Lauren. There you go. The head in a jar. She's so damn funny. Oh, Colleen, you're making cookies? Yeah, I did, Angel, but I stepped right out of it. We're all good. Megan is supposed to have a master's in music. A master's in music? Does she teach music? Are BJ and JLR competitors? No, not at all. Mm-mm. No, not at all. She's really a smaller streamer. She caught my attention because she filed an injunction against another streamer. That's when she got my attention. She plays the recorder, like Jolene's soundbite of the recorder. BJ and JLR. Oh. I started a free John Ramsey from your stream movement on websites. A master's in music? Tell me she didn't know what to pick? I mean, what? Wispy? She taught choir and did opera performances. Was that before or after she was trafficked? Right, YouTube? A skin flu. Yeah, it was Angel. Molly is back. Did you guys know that? She's back under her life coaching. Oh, definitely after. That's what she says, Amy. She's had it all. Everything's happened to them. Megan and all of them. I don't know. I don't know. Megs. Megs walked in on the JLR Beach comment. Megs, Happy New Year. Dude. BJ's getting mouthy. I love it. Tell her to keep getting mouthier. She needs to. She needs to speak up. If she's going to keep going back and forth, she needs to speak up. I'm like it when she speaks up. Good night, Jen. Have a good night. Oh my gosh. You need to find one and email it to her, Ausane. Is Betty still going after JLR? I don't think so. I don't know. I haven't watched Betty in a long time. She just says trafficked. She doesn't have a story on it. Maybe it's her book. Is there a book about that? Opera? You need to Google the FU song Megan played piano and paint. What? Is she live right now, Jessica? I wish I could redirect you guys over to Beach. That would really fucking spark up the drama. Oh, I only know Bullhorn Buddy because of Will, the glare beef between you guys. Oh, yeah, Bullhorn Buddy is because... Listen. Bullhorn Buddy is why we have Cooterville. Because Bullhorn Buddy was seeing JLR. No one knew this at the time. He kept her hidden. JLR was seeing Betty. And... I was friends with JLR. Well, then when they broke up or whatever and he started seeing Magnolia, she got really salty. And she was mad that we remained friends. And so she started saying that him and I had sex and that I had a wide open cooter and that I'm out screwing everybody out here. My wide open cooter, my gaping lake, etc., etc. She put everything she was doing on me. And then it turned out that it was her. Friendly me, you do? Hence Cooterville, yeah. Yeah, it came out when she got caught that she was giving him a blowjob behind Chili's. You just described Lauren. Wide open cooter. So she literally said I had a wide open cooter. She made the hands to show how wide open it was and all this. So we started Cooterville. Cooter Lake. I do have to say, though, do you guys remember when Clue dressed up as the Chili's seat? And she had that fabric that looked just like fucking the Chili's booth. Remember, she was like the Chili's booth? That was some funny shit. Kathy, yes, it's me. Who's going to bed? Good night, Wispy. Megs. Hey, 80. No, seriously, is Beej live? Web Sleuth is live? Oh, I could redirect to Trisha. Should I redirect to Trisha or BJ? Mike? Mike, everybody knows you're everywhere. You're not that incognito as you think. Where's CEO lately? Oh, I can do a poll. Cheryl says neither. Come on, Auntie Cheryl. Let's have fun. Let's have a little fun tonight. I can start a poll. Okay. Redirect to Trisha Beej. Okay, you guys should see it now. Oh, thank you, Jackie, for upgrading your cootership. I appreciate you, Monica. Hey, Michelle, what's happening? I got to chat with Georgia Dog and BJ's. Oh, God, Trisha's in the lead. Oh, my goodness, it looks like we're going to be redirecting over to Web Sleuth. What if she doesn't have her redirect function on? She's kind of flighty. Do you guys really think that Stacy has redirect turned on? What if it doesn't work? Trisha's at 75%. Right, but I don't know if it'll end my stream. Stacy might take care of it if she exists. Oh my God, Trisha won't know what's going on. She'll be like, "What just happened? What did she do? What did she do, Stacy?" Okay, hold on. Let me turn down this kick and see if I can redirect from my computer. Getting real. All right, let me see what I can do. I just don't think Stacy will have that on. Oh, there she is. Okay.
But we will look.
Hold on.
For sure. I don't know what happened to Stacy.
Stacy just got booted off.
Stacy, is that you? Are you there?
Listen, can you hear it? Listen. Listen.
I'm gonna switch devices right now, real quick. Okay. Okay.
Can you guys hear her?
Anyway, so Stacy was reading me this information. Again, because it's getting a lot of attention on Facebook, it's very important that we talk about it and that we debunk this right now. Because sometimes it goes from Facebook to mainstream media. Now that Ashley Banfield
Oh
on
no.
News Nation, she doesn't have her nightly hour show. We're not going to see the John Ramsey love infomercial between her and Mr. Ramsey. We're not going to see that. So I'm hoping that this information that is on Facebook and is getting so much attention is not going to leapfrog to mainstream media. And since Ashley Banfield is off of mainstream media, I'm hoping that ends it. There's not going to be any more of these ridiculous, Ramsey love fests on mainstream media. So, okay, Stacey, I'm going to turn it over to you. Tell us what they are
Okay.
claiming on Facebook.
Okay, I set it up, you guys. Hold on, let me turn her. I got to turn her down. If it let me set it up, I think that it'll actually work. Yes, she can't stand Banfield. She's still on Banfield. Her chat is cheering on the fact that Banfield's gone. Okay, so I got the redirect set up. Let me end the poll. Thank you guys all for voting for Ryan. If someone, if you can do whatever you want when you get in there, okay? All right. I'm being an asshole tonight. It's Friday night asshole night on Every Day with Jay. Just cartwheel in or just say whatever you want. Okay. Say, we're here to support Banfield. Banfield sent us. Banfield sent us. Okay, here we go. I'll see you guys in the morning. Get your coffee ready, because we're going to go live in the morning. Thank you so much, guys. All right, here we go. How do I end this? Okay. All right.